Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Love Lily. Today is a very different kind of video. I've been doing makeup tutorials and a lot of fun things, and this video is going to be not as fun, but I do think it is something really important that I really do feel like more people should know about. I really just want to share my story. There's so many great experiences I've gone through in my life, and I don't want this to be like what defines me. It is kind of a big step for me because I haven't really been that personal with everyone who watches my YouTube videos, and this is a really, really, really personal thing. I know there's probably going to be some like backlash, and there's probably going to be some controversy about this, and I am willing to go through that. Yeah, so enough of like me trying to explain it. Let's just get into what I'm basically here to tell you guys about. So basically, I have been wanting to move to LA for a very long time. A lot of my friends know that kind of. So for years now, I've been, but I've just been in high school, and I'm like, I don't really have the money to go down. I don't really have like everything. In January, I have been kind of planning to move down. Like, I'm in college right now. I'm going to finish this semester, and I was like, okay, you know what? At the end of this semester, I'm going to do it. I'm going to save up. I'm going to do it. I've been trying to figure out situations where I could live. I've tried to look for apartments, stuff like that. And I've been in contact with these two people, and I'm not going to say their names or anything like that. But I've just been talking to them, figuring stuff out. They said I could stay with them. We've been talking for weeks. I was totally excited. I was totally ready. I was like, this is how I'm going to start my new life, because I've always like wanted to be a part of that group, like with them, because they're just so cool, and like I was attracted to them. I noticed that, and I felt comfortable around them, which I'd only met them in person one time, but for some reason I was still so drawn to them. I don't know what it was. Basically, they are very sketchy people, and they never told me anything like what they really did. Like, I kind of tried to ask them, like, what's your guys' job? Like, what do you even do? Like, stuff like that. They were just very vague with all of their information. They never actually gave me their real address, like stuff like that, like sketchy about everything. And I was a little like what's going on here? Like I wasn't completely ignorant to what like was going on, but also at the same time I was like willing to look over the sketchy stuff because I wanted to be part of that lifestyle. I wanted to make money. I wanted, like, LA is expensive. Of course that's going to draw me in. So I was willing to like overlook the sketchy stuff because I'm like, you know what, things can't be that bad. Like, really, how bad is it going to be, kind of thing. And basically turns out that the whole time they were trying to be my pimp. It's just a lot to go through, and thank God that I didn't actually go through with it. Since I'm not moving till January, I still have time to come up with a whole new plan, because they were my plan, and I was going to go down and like visit them. I just basically wanted to make this video to like say that this kind of stuff happens to everyone, and I thought I was smart enough. I thought I was ready. I get good grades in school. Like, yeah, I am really dumb sometimes. Like, I make a lot of stupid decisions, and I do that, but like, I just never thought this would happen to me. Like, I never thought that I would be a victim of a pimp. I guess I wasn't educated enough on what a pimp is and what they do. And the thing is, like, I had a vision of a pimp, and I was like, oh, if he's really a pimp, like, you know, he's not gonna like look that good. Like, he's not, you know, it's like he's gonna hang out like with really sketchy people. He's gonna not go out to parties. He's not gonna like be involved with the whole social media scene. Like, I thought it was some kind of like creep that you'd be able to tell that they're a pimp, and they'd be straight up asking you for money, all of this stuff. And no, that's not what a pimp is. Well, I mean, a pimp could be that, but a pimp could be anyone. You have no idea. And that's what's scary about it, is like, basically this whole time he had been grooming me so that I would be almost like brainwashed and feel comfortable around him, feel like I could trust him with everything, feel like I could even distance myself from my best friends so that I could like do what he wanted me to do. Like, that's how scary it is. Like, they play mind games with you, and it's just a very, very serious thing. And I've been kind of just going through this like shock phase where I'm like, wow, I could have literally ended up as like a sex trafficker. I could have like, who knows what could have happened, and I'm just so thankful. Because the thing was, when I was talking to them, I really was distancing myself from my family and from my best friends, and that's what was weird too, because I normally tell my best friends, like, everything. So I knew something was up. I was like, this is not me, like, when have I ever not told my friends stuff? I eventually told one of my best friends, straight up, she lives in LA, so she knows the game, and she knows everything, so she straight up could tell. I only told her, like, 5 different things about the whole situation. She's like, yep, he's a pimp, he's trying to scam you for your money, and so I kind of was like, wow, and it helped me realize, and I was like, you're right, like, and of course, I've lived in a small, like, town almost all my life. How am I supposed to know, like, and that's what I've also realized, is I was literally the perfect target, because I'm trying to move out to LA, I'm trying to give everything into that, so of course I'm going to jump into something that sounds like it's going to work out really good. Like, I'm vulnerable, I'm, like, excited to go to LA, I need connections, and that's what they claimed to have, was connections. I am young, I don't know anything, like, I'm easily really gullible, and that's what happened. They knew that, and they saw that, and what's also really scary is about people that actually do, like, pimping, and they'll literally study everything that you do. They just make sure that they know everything about you, but that you're okay not knowing anything about them. And that's what was scary, is that I trusted them with so much, and based on nothing. They really didn't give me any information, and their names could have been fake. Who knows? Like, everything that they told me, I just somehow believed it because of the way they were saying it, the way they were saying it, and it got so bad to where at one point I did give them money. And it was a lot for me. And so just coming back from that, someone would be like, oh, you're so stupid. Why would you even give a stranger money? But that's the thing, is I didn't even see them as a stranger. They made it seem like they were my friends and that I could trust them. So I didn't see it as being crazy. I was like, you know what? And the thing was, it was for this thing. I didn't give them the money for them. I gave it for me because they claimed to have this whole plan set up for me when I come down. So it's just was a really bad situation. I also just want to mention that, like, I don't want to, like, blame them for anything, because yes, I was gullible. I was kind of the one that reached out to them in a way. Like, it was kind of me that initiated things, and that's what's scary too, is like, maybe that's part of their game, is like they let the girls come to them. Like, I don't even want to think about that, but I'm just saying that we do all make mistakes, and I'm a lot to blame for this whole situation as much as they are. I mean, they are completely, because they manipulated me and stuff, but I'm just saying that, like, we all make mistakes, and in the moment, I was probably saying things like, yeah, I do want to do this kind of thing. Like, yeah, that sounds great, I'll make a lot of money, but, like, deep down, I wasn't okay with it, and I should have just owned up to my own feelings. I'm just saying that we all make mistakes, that's, and at least I'm realizing it and recognizing it and being honest about that and vulnerable about it, and I that's just why I'm making this, the purpose of this video, is that so you guys can know not to make the same mistakes. Don't be that easy with your money. I know that's kind of an obvious thing, but I was easily swept up in that, and I just didn't even see how that was a big deal. I was like, like, I should have been more smart, but at the same time, it's like, they completely took advantage of me, and that's what just is so scary. So definitely know yourself and know your weaknesses. If you want to trust people, make sure you really know everything about that. Like, I mean, I know people aren't going to tell you just everything, but also what helped me realize that, like, they weren't just my friends is that my true friends, they aren't my friends because they can gain something. And to me, they weren't really friends because from the beginning, they were always talking about money. You just gotta know where you're vulnerable. And I think that's the number one thing I want people, my viewers, my subscribers, to take away from this video is take some time to get to know yourself, realize where you're vulnerable, realize just your weaknesses, because that's what people can, like pimps can come and attack. To me, I wanted to move to LA, so they saw, okay, she wants this so bad, we can give this to her. This is what we can use to draw her in. Know what you want in life and know your goals and stick to that. And really, really stick to that. And if you want to be independent, because that's what I've been realizing too, is that's what I want deep down, is just to be completely independent. Going through everything, and even if he isn't some bad, like, pimp that's actually, like, maybe he really was trying to help me out or something and just claiming that, well, he's like my agent or my manager, so I need to give him a percentage of everything that I own. Like, either way, I don't want to live like that. I want to be in control of my life. I want to be independent. I want to, like, call the shots. Like, I want to be in control of what I want to do, what I don't want to do. Like, I can't let someone else lead me to do something I don't want to do, and that's exactly what was happening, and I was just being totally blindsided by it because of how they manipulated me and got in my head. And it's just crazy. Like, I'm still getting over the fact that this has just happened to me. I'm not trying to, like, do some kind of video to cry for help, but I really feel so strongly about this that it could literally happen to anyone, and it's already happened to me. I think the whole, like, idea of being pimped out and having, like, being a prostitute and being a sex trafficker, and, like, I just had no really real clue of what it is. And the truth is, they could be all around us. They can be in the world that I want to be in, because, like, I just wanted to be a part of that, and it's just crazy to me that it's just right in front of my face, and I just didn't think it could exist in that kind of atmosphere. I just thought it was some other kind of sketchy, like, thing, which they were sketchy, but I just didn't see it. And also, another thing I want you guys to learn and realize is to trust your instincts, because I did have a sense this whole time that, like, something sketchy was going on. I just didn't want to believe it. Most of the time, it's better to stay safe than not stay safe. It's an experience that has completely changed my views about everything and just taught me a hard lesson, because also the money I gave him, I asked for it back so many times, and he did not give it back to me. So I lost a lot of money. I'm so thankful that I was able to realize what was happening before I got too far into things, because it could have ended up so bad. So many girls that are already doing that, I mean, props to them if they can actually realize what situation they're in, because I literally thought I was doing the right thing, I guess, or, like, I just thought I was being cool. Like, I didn't even see it as something bad, or that I was being controlled and that stuff could happen. Like, what pimps do is they make you completely dependent on them for your money. And that's what easily could have happened. So it's like girls that are already so deep in the sex trafficking industry and like so deep in that trade, like, I feel for them, because they probably think they're doing the right thing. They probably don't even realize what's going on. They don't realize that their life is not their life anymore. Once they do realize, it's almost too late, because they don't know how to get out of it. And anyway, so I'm just so thankful, because so much stuff could have happened, and I just want people to really, 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 really watch everything that you do. It's around you, as long as you might not think that, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, but at the same time, it is just a really serious issue, and I just didn't even realize the seriousness of it until I actually went through it. I just want everyone to be happy and realize how important you are and what you want, and you shouldn't have to succumb to anybody else's standards. You shouldn't have to do things that you're not comfortable with. That's not a good way to live. Like, just because you want to make money, or just because you want to, like, be successful, there are other ways to do that. And really, is that what you want, though, in the end? Like, I've just realized at this point, from everything I've gone through, of course I love money, but, like, my end goal is to be happy. Sometimes money can bring me that, yeah, but, like, it's not an everlasting happiness. So you're never going to be fulfilled like that. What I really want is to be happy, and I've just been trying to figure out what that really means, and, like, to me, it's just doing what I love to do. It doesn't mean being uncomfortable, doing something that I hate, like, or that I, like, get shamed for, or that I get put down for. Like, it's going to be a lot harder road, and going about it the right way and not having to deal with sketchy stuff that I really don't want any part of. It's just, this experience has really changed me, and I've learned a really good lesson, and I love everyone who watches all my videos. I love you guys, and I just don't want another little girl to have to go through that. Like, it makes you test your whole, like, existence and realize, like, wow, like, the fact that I let myself go through that, you know. Anyways, but I just wanted to share my heart about that situation, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I hope that you just really realize where I'm coming from. I didn't make this video for views. I didn't do anything. It's because I genuinely care about people. I just want girls to know that you stick to what you really want and being independent and focusing on what that really means and figuring out what actually makes you happy instead of what makes you money, you're going to be a great person. You're going to love life, and that's just what it's all about. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Regardless of how personal this story is, I actually kind of want it to be shared, and you feel free to like let people know, because I think this is kind of a good like wake up, like awareness like thing. I mean, at least for me it is. And don't worry, next video will be a lot more exciting and happy and fun and not so sad and depressing and everything. But yeah, so I will see you guys next video.